honestly forgot there was a camera in front of us. I was like, where should I look?
I was like,
I saw you looking this way, and I'm like, what's over there?
Okay, but I'm Andrea, so say your.
Oh yeah, I'm Diana.
And this is
Bitch the Pot.
Yeah. Okay. We didn't count down, but okay.
Oh, we were supposed to count down.
No, but it's fine. I suppose. All right, cool. So why did we start making this podcast?
Honestly, social pressures. We're both film majors, and I feel like in all of the classes that you are ever in, whether you're a freshman or a senior, they're constantly telling you like, oh, you need to have something on your resume or your portfolio, and it's like, but nobody wants to hire you if you don't have experience. So it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna give myself my own experience.
For real. I'm gonna be my fucking self-employed. No,
self-employed.
I'm not that bit.
We're opening our own business. We're an LLC.
Yeah, it was just accumulation of should we do it? I mean, we've been wanting to do something that requires our full attention, like something that we could be creative on in some aspect. Yeah, that's about why we've made this podcast. Okay, so what else should we talk about?
we literally both have notes in front of us, by the way, and she's over here like, what should we talk about, as if we didn't actually sit there and like plan it out meticulously.
Okay.
So I'm like looking at your neighbor passing by. Okay, anyways, so we called this podcast, did you just wave at her? We called this podcast Bitch the Pot, and it is because one day, this was like way like in high school, probably like my freshman year, that I saw something on Tumblr that like talked about bitch the pot, which was slang for spill the tea. And we're both chismosas, so we were like, this is perfect, you know, like we're about to talk about all the chisme, because originally the podcast was going to be like a story time kind of thing, because at the time that we had originally thought of it, it was when we were living in an apartment, and we had so many stories coming out of there. So we were like, oh, we'll just talk about that. But it's like, you can't just talk about roommate stories for like an entire podcast.
That's like a whole
I have so many like roommate stories, but it would never be enough for an entire podcast.
I know, entire season.
Yeah, an entire season. So that's how we came up with the name. I feel like the story was like all over the place.
It ran everywhere.
Yeah, that's how we came up with the name.
Yep. So a little bit about ourselves is that we are from.
Oh, we're from the Bay.
Yeah, we're from the Bay. A lot of people just ask us where we're from all the time. I keep saying we're from the Bay. I mean, it's really difficult to say like an exact city because nobody really knows. So what's the point? Everybody thinks of the Bay like, oh, so you're from FF. Oh, sure, I'm not fucking baller. But yeah, we're from the Bay, and
how did we meet? Oh my god, is this like?
I'm glad I'm from the Bay. Filming in LA.
Filming in LA. Oh yeah, we're in LA.
Yeah. So we met in high school. Well, I guess we met in middle school, but not really met because I knew of Diana, but it was just like, okay, and like it just wasn't like that big of a deal. So we all hang out within the same area, but it was just like different groups together.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is weird. Yeah, we started talking a little bit more like the end of junior year of high school, not even middle school. So yeah, that got and we had like a photography class, so we kind of had to talk to each other because she sat like right behind me. So
did I sit behind you?
Yeah.
I thought
yes.
I sat behind.
Oh. I don't know, but you were somewhere behind me.
Yeah.
And I was like in the front. That's all I remember.
And then it happened to be that not even during the application process of college, it was like after we already all got acceptance letters and it was like, oh, so which one are you gonna pick, that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to LA and like study film because I feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we found out.
Yeah, and then I asked her, wait, what school? And she was like, Cal State. And I was like, girl, no, you're not. And so then we decided housing didn't even work out like entirely well either.
Oh yeah, because we applied to be in the same room, and technically we were in the same dorm, but not the same room. Like we had different roommates.
We had different roommates.
But it was still cool. Like,
yeah, it wasn't.
I guess
it wasn't so bad. It's. I mean, my first roommate wasn't that, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that right
now. What? Besides meeting in high school, I guess once we got out here, to, be like try to be those filmmakers who go to LA and try to pursue their dream, which now it's like kind of fading away.
It's kind of fading away.
Yeah, with school, it's kind of fading away. Everybody's telling me like,
you should quit.
You're gonna be unemployed for like a lot.
For a majority of your life.
Yes.
And it's like, thanks, that's very reassuring.
So I can't even be employed. It's just this whole.
So this is why we're self-employed right now.
Yes, this is why.
This is why we were like, you know what, I guess we'll give in. No, honestly, this is something that like we wanted to do. It wasn't just like we'll take what we can get. I don't know. Somebody once told me I should start like a ASMR channel, and I was like, no thanks. But a podcast, it's better to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Did your mic just turn off?
Yes, my mic was like turning on and off, and I was like freaking out. I'm just gonna hold my finger here and hope for the best.
That's how you know we really try.
I know. We're prepared.
So,
that's true.
The podcast.
Oh my god. I'm just really. Okay. So,
I really hope it did not stop recording.
I really hope it did not. Can you?
With your toes.
Wait. Okay.
I don't think it stopped recording.
No.
I think you should put yours so it never sleeps. That's how I have mine.
It didn't stop recording.
Okay,
it's just my mic is going crazy. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. All right.
So, the podcast.
Yes.
What is it mainly gonna be about?
Tea. Well, we've kind of just planned out like a weekly kind of. What did you call it? Like a weekly.
Basically, we're just gonna be talking about like what's happening, what's popping at the time. Like,
what's gonna. What kind of.
And honestly, just give like our opinions, and because we are film students, we're also gonna give like film recommendations, or like it doesn't have to be movie specifically.
Segment. That's what it was.
Well, yeah, there's segments, but
segment.
Yeah. So mainly, we're not gonna play it by ear. Like we have things planned week by week. We have the whole month of October planned. It's just more we're playing by ear based on like what we see interests us at that moment.
Yeah. So any Twitter, like
any Twitter moments.
Yes. Oh my god, I love Twitter.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what I would have. I didn't start like having a Twitter account really until college. Yeah, because I made one in high school, but my profile picture was always that little egg. So I didn't really tweet. I didn't tweet because all I had was that little egg that they first give you when you make a Twitter account. And then, like, I didn't want to tweet. I didn't see, like, the big, I guess, I don't know how to say it. I didn't see what was so good about Twitter at the time. But now, I understand that that's where all the tea is spilled. So.
See, it's funny because I feel like you joined the Twitter train a little late because I feel like I was on Twitter in high school.
I know. She joined with like her secret gangs and stuff. Like, what the hell?
No, like
oh, my group and I'm like, okay, dang, I'm gonna join some followers.
My cult.
Yeah, honestly.
No, it's just because I felt like in high school, I didn't really like the people that we went to school with, so I was like, I'm gonna make friends online.
Mm-hmm.
And I hopped on Twitter, and I, like, you know, have mutuals and things like that. But then I also liked that at the time there were celebrities that were
years learn something.
so the camera stopped recording. So for the one person that's gonna be listening, we're also recording. We didn't talk about this, and we should have talked about it. This is going on SoundCloud and on YouTube because apparently you have to pay to put things on Spotify.
Isn't this something we should talk about at the end, though? I mean, I guess. Okay, no.
Well, I mean, this is a good time to talk about it because it just happened.
Okay.
So, because this is going on SoundCloud, for the people that are listening on SoundCloud, your audio should have not cut at all. Like, you still hear us talking. You heard us slate again. You heard us basically fuck up because we didn't think, like, oh my god, yeah, the camera stops recording after a certain amount of time. But for the people that are watching this, we're probably, like, in different positions now. Well, not different positions. That sounds wrong. I shouldn't have said that. I should have phrased it differently.
Oh my god.
We're framed differently. There we go. I did it.
There you go. Yeah.
Congrats.
Second fuck up already.
But anyways, we were talking about Justin Bieber. When he got on that stage and he was singing Despacito, that he was like, da-da-da-da, burrito, da-da-da-da, Doritos, you know? I feel like people made such a big deal out of it because it's like if you, me over here defending Justin Bieber, but
of course, not surprised.
I'm not a fangirl. I was back in the day. I'll admit it, but not anymore. Anyways.
He's taken.
Obviously. Where was I going? I was about to talk about Haley's dress because you talked about how he's taken, and that's all I can think about was like they just got married. No, I need to finish my train of thought because I already started. I have been on this topic for like 5 minutes now.
You were defending Justin Bieber about the burrito.
Okay, the burrito story. If you know the backstory of Despacito, it was that he literally learned the song and then recorded it like right away, and that was it. Like, he didn't think he was going to be singing it live. He didn't rehearse it or anything. So then when he got up on stage and he was pushed to sing it live, it was like, obviously he's not going to go to lyrics. He doesn't speak Spanish. Like, I forgive him.
Honestly, it's like us with school presentations. I memorize it for that day. Once I'm off that little stage, I am done.
That's me for anything with school.
I'm going to remember anything. And I don't know if one day is going to bite me. I don't know. But the dress. Hailey
Bieber's dress was designed by Virgil Abloh, which is the designer of Off-White. And I'm a huge fan. But I really love the dress. Like,
how is that a but? Like,
because I'm not a huge fan of Hailey.
Okay. Oh, Hailey. I thought you meant...
Oh,
the
Virgil.
Designer.
No. I'm a huge fan. But not of Hailey.
Oh my god. Okay, we've got that clear now.
I honestly don't remember where this conversation started.
Me either. It just goes everywhere. So I like doing... That's why I like the idea of doing a podcast. Because you really don't know where it's going to go.
And then it's also like... Well, I can't speak for Andrea, but for me, I feel like I'll be in class and you probably look at me and you're like, wow, she's like really bored, or she's like, she has something going on, or she's sad or something. And it's like, really, I'm in my head thinking about like 20 million different things at once. And these are all of my thoughts, only now they're put out on the internet for everybody else to listen to.
Oh, God.
And to see. Because, you know, we're visually appealing.
Oh. Okay. Oh, man, my laptop screen died.
Well, I mean, you could see mine.
I can't really read from that far.
I'm moving my laptop with my foot right now, which is great for $1,000 laptop, but...
Oh,
it has a case
the map thingy about America. Oh my god. You guys, I saw this, what was it, a couple days ago? Last week? Saw that on Twitter, the Twitter moment. It says, as we head into October, here's a great breakdown of every state's favorite movie candy. What does your state like? First off, California, what in the world?
Oh my god, wasn't it?
Dots.
It's Dots.
Out of everything. You guys decided.
I'm so ashamed to be in the same state as all of the people that buy Dots at the movie theater. Like, I
leave some Sour Patch Kids. Come on.
I remember as a
some
kid going
Skittles.
trick-or-treating, and not even then would I eat my dots. It'd be like the only candy I'd leave behind. I would leave behind, well, because fun fact about me, I hate peanuts. So I don't eat like Snickers or Reese's or whatever else has peanuts.
A constant battle I have with her because she's missing out.
Regardless, I would always, always, always leave the dots behind because they were the worst.
They are, honestly.
They're,
that we can agree on.
Yeah.
Let's
dots
see. What
are
other
disgusting.
one? Honestly, I wasn't surprised by... Oh my god, I don't know my math, Diana.
We're not in 5th grade.
Like I said, I memorized it for that test and then it's gone. But baked beans, which state is that?
Baked beans?
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a picture that we're gonna put on our own Twitter, and obviously give credit. I don't even know if you said who made this picture.
Who made this picture?
It was Lights Camera Pod.
Lights Camera Pod. That's who posted it.
Yeah, that's where we're getting the picture from, y'all.
Yeah.
But baked beans, and then somebody else said Kraft cheese slices, which I'm not surprised for that region because they're known for cheese. Like, they're very.
Are you really gonna go to the theater
and get Kraft cheese slices?
How do you order that? I just want to know.
No, I'm assuming that these are like people that buy the candy and bring it with them.
Yeah.
Like, but this is what they're buying to go and see movies with.
That's so crazy.
I think the only state, surprisingly, that I forgive on this map is Georgia for Smarties, Florida for Dum Dums.
That's funny.
I
didn't even think about that. Florida's always.
Honestly, I love Oregon, but Oregon, what are y'all thinking with Good and Plenty and Washington, Reese's Pieces? Like,
okay, Reese's Pieces, I know you don't like peanut butter, but...
Yeah, I'll forgive them.
They're
because
not that
are
bad.
Reese's Pieces actually good, though? Because they're... I think I tried one once, and it doesn't actually taste like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Okay, but...
Does it not?
I would rather California have Reese's Pieces as their...
Props to Nevada, though. Skittles. I love Skittles. I wish maybe it was like a sour Skittle, but Skittles still good. The original Skittles. And I'm not surprised at Texas saying black licorice. Actually, I kind of am surprised. I thought it was a thing that, like a common thing in America, that we don't like black licorice.
Yeah, it's not like commonly bought. Like, I never heard anybody say, "Oh, what kind of licorice did you buy?" "Oh, black licorice." I never ever heard.
Yeah, growing up, anytime I ever had a licorice, it was like a red vine.
Yeah. I mean, lately I've seen at the dollar store that they came out with like this orange Fanta.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see it?
No.
It has this orange Fanta, and I've been kind of curious to try it, but then when I tried black licorice years ago, I was not a fan. I'm just scared.
Okay, but you look at this map and it's like, why is nobody picking candies that are actually sold in the movie theaters? Because I know I think there's one state that picked M&Ms. And M&Ms I know are sold in theaters, but that's not my go-to. Like, my go-to is the, I don't remember what they're called, but they're the cookie dough balls. Mm-hmm. That's my go-to, like, movie theater candy. That or Sour Patch Kids. And I don't think anybody picked Sour Patch Kids. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna look.
Diana, you liar. You said you
Somebody did pick Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, that's what...
It won't wake up. I'm about to use my foot. Oh, my laptop fell asleep again.
Yes, that's why I was like, Diana, you liar.
And
you're like, oh, I have a sense of never falling asleep.
I'm trying to type. You know what? I'm just gonna bend down and type. Sorry, y'all.
Me too. You're gonna like not see us for like a quick second.
For real. But for those of y'all who are listening, hi, how are you? We are currently bending down.
You don't. Just
to type our passcodes. I took my shoe off, so I'm only wearing one shoe right now. Should I might as well take the other one? No, I'm not trying to give something to people that are foot fetishists.
It ain't
If
free.
that's what you're looking for, you gotta go find it elsewhere. Because, yeah.
Honestly, that whole community is just...
Don't say anything about them.
No.
They're not hurting anybody.
No, it's just that... You know how, like, a lot of people get DMs like, oh, send me feet pics. But I feel like it should be that whole, like, pay for them. You know, it's a whole...
That's true.
I feel like people should pay.
Yeah.
Like, if you're if you're asking a random stranger...
Then yes. If it's your significant other, then
of course, like,
yeah.
You know, y'all do whatever you want. Yeah. I mean, nothing against the community. Everybody has their own fetishes.
How did we go from movie theater candy to feet fetishes?
Because you mentioned foot fetish.
Yeah, well, that's because I was like, should I take my other shoe off? And I decided against it because I want to have my foot up like this. Because Andrea has her foot up like this, and it's pretty comfy. Like, she's the one who gave me the idea. But going back to movie candy, you didn't say what your go-to movie candy was at the movie theater.
I believe...
I feel like I've always seen you get, like, peanut M&Ms.
I mean, I don't...
Because she doesn't want to share with me, that's why. That's why she doesn't get the regular ones.
I mean...
She knows I won't eat them.
Candy be expensive nowadays.
Okay, but when we, like... Because what we typically do is, like, we'll go to the dollar store and then go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
With our own candies.
Who doesn't? I mean, it's expensive out there. It's like $7 a box. That's wild. No.
It really is like $7 a box.
Yeah, and when I could pay $1
at the Dollar Tree.
You know?
We're over here giving you a dollar store free promo.
I know. I mean, it's where
it's where a majority of my things are bought. Y'all, sorry, but I'm on a budget. Like,
I know.
I had to buy this mic somehow.
We're gonna be unemployed. I mean, so whatchamacallit? But my favorite candy would be, what are those? Oh, like the little crunch. Like, how are they called? They're made by Crunch.
So for those of you who are solely going to be watching this on YouTube, I highly recommend that you do SoundCloud as well, because you just got, for the people that are listening on SoundCloud, got a really good story that is not going to be on YouTube because the battery was dead on the camera. Yep.
I told you.
Anyways, did you ever talk about, oh yeah, you did. She did say your favorite, like, go-to movie theater candy.
Yeah.
I really like Crunch Balls. Are they my favorite number one to be eating in the movie theater? If I'm buying it from the movie theater, it's the cookie dough balls. If I'm buying it from the Dollar Tree, honestly, whatever I'm in the mood for that day. Because one time I bought pixie sticks. And that was a good day.
Speaking of pixie sticks, let's talk about our sponsor. No, just kidding.
Our sponsor?
Sponsor.
We're sponsored by Dollar Tree.
Nobody knows this. But I do have a little film that I do want to recommend that I've been watching.
Oh my god, I know what this is, and I feel like...
Oh my god. Harley's Angels. I said it. Okay, I saw the new trailer that's going to be Kristen Stewart and, what's it, Naomi? I don't know. It's that girl.
I don't know anybody's names.
No,
that's the
I
thing. Yeah.
To be honest, but it does look really, really good. I know it's the same actress from Aladdin, Lemonade Mouth, for all of you guys who.
For all you Disney fans.
Oh my god.
That have taste, because Lemonade Mouth, so good. Why did you whisper too?
But yeah, I know that she's in it, and I saw the trailer. It's directed by Elizabeth Banks.
Is this her directorial debut?
No.
No. Is it?
I think she's directed a couple episodes of some. Maybe Pitch Perfect? I'm not sure.
I think she's just a producer on that, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this, Elizabeth Banks. I know you're not watching this, but also, like, don't come for me if anybody tweets this at you, like, they're talking trash about Elizabeth Banks. No, I'm a huge fan. Loved her in Hunger Games.
Oh my god.
Loved her in Pitch Perfect. She stole the whole show.
Whatchamacallit, but I am really interested in seeing that movie, but I do recommend I guess you can say old school, early 2000s, Charlie's Angels.
But which one is, do you have to say the very first one is, like, your favorite? Like, the number one you recommend?
I'm rewatching the second one, Full Throttle, but I really like the first one. I'm going to recommend the first one, Charlie's Angels, because I'm just such a fan of Drew Barrymore. I've always been a fan, and I feel like this this film really gives her like that badass kind of character. I watched a lot of films with Cameron Diaz. I forgot that she was even in Charlie's Angels.
Right?
Yeah, Lucy Liu.
Queen.
She was. Yeah, I know. I've always remembered that she was in the film. But it's just like the film. I don't know. I guess since I saw the trailer, I kind of reminisce about the old film.
The old one.
Yeah.
And then the song that came out for the new one too with Ariana Grande,
yeah.
Lana Del Rey, and Miley Cyrus. Like it has been stuck in my head all day, and we listened to it like in the car on the way here.
There's a music video now, right?
Yeah, there's a music video.
I haven't seen it.
I feel like Lana Del Rey looks so out of place in the music video.
Really?
Because at one point they're like, I saw this on Twitter, so this is not my exact words, but it's pretty much an opinion that I had too, that Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande, they're like standing on one side, like we'll say on the right side, I think, and Lana Del Rey's kind of just like there on the left side, like I'm here too, like. But I feel like she stole the whole show too, you know. Lana, I love you. You're not listening either.
You're where you said it, Lana.
I thought of what's that one video that it's a video in Spanish where somebody called in, I think it was like their local radio station, and it's supposed to be that the person gives them like a prayer, and they literally said, "Mi prima Lana," that
What?
she dates old men for money or something like that, and so then the woman was like, she said a little prayer for Lana.
You have to send that video. I've never
Yeah.
seen that in my life.
If I find it again, I will also put that on our Twitter/Instagram.
So,
but
yeah, what's yours? What do you recommend?
For my recommendation, we just saw Joker 2 days ago, and I really, really, truly like went in with low expectations because I love Joaquin Phoenix. I love him in Her. And what other movie was he in? I honestly don't know.
What is it? Inventing the Abbots is what I remember. It's
Oh,
really, like,
yeah.
old 90s one.
But I remember him mostly from Her. So I knew he was gonna do a good job. I just didn't know about like where the story was gonna go because Joker doesn't really have like a backstory to him other than like that he was blamed for the murder of Bruce Wayne's parents, and that he's crazy and kills people.
Yeah.
That's literally.
That's all I knew about.
Yeah, that's all I knew about him going into it. So I had low expectations because I was like, I feel like they're gonna make this story completely trash, but it was so good, and Joaquin Phoenix's performance was so good. Like, I obviously don't want to spoil it because I know it just came out like a few days ago. But his laugh was so contagious that I felt like I was laughing during moments that I should not have been laughing.
Like, you guys have heard how the Joker has laughed in like many like animation movies, like anything. And it sounds like exactly how I would. It just sounds exact.
But I highly, highly recommend it. I won't say that he was my favorite Joker. Probably still Heath Ledger is the number one Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Not just because.
One to her
Not. For those of you who don't know, obviously none of you know. But for my mom and my dad, who are the only listeners, Heath Ledger is one of my favorite actors of all time. As a kid, I loved Heath Ledger. Still do to this day. But that's not why he's my number one favorite Joker. I think he's my number one favorite Joker just because the way he embodied the character was nothing that I expected from anybody else. Like, there's nobody who could ever replace him for that role.
and scene.
And on that note, we're going to end it here because I think we originally anticipated every episode to be about half an hour long, and we're probably at
way over half an hour.
Yeah, we're probably at like 40 minutes, and we're not trying to have this camera stop recording on us again.
Yeah, no more.
So find us on SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I think that's it.
Yeah, we only use those.
At Bitch the Pot. I don't actually remember the ats for any of them, so they're all gonna be in the description below.
Oh my god, I never thought I would ever say that in my life. I've always heard YouTubers say that. Oh my god, I'm a YouTuber.
We're gonna end there. Yeah. Okay. Right. Bye, y'all.